Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction of Psycho-Pass episode 5. Previously on Psycho-Pass, we have a group of people murdering these VR Commufield owners, or whatever they're called, I don't remember. It's been a bit, it's been 2 weeks since I've seen anything. I just want to get back into this and watch this episode, because I don't remember this episode at all. So, I'm excited for that. Finally, an episode that I can enjoy and watch as if it's my first time. If it's not. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired, it's late, and I'm sick. So, let's get into it.
I'm so sorry. You seem to think those words actually mean something, so I'll explain it to you like this. If sorry was enough, we wouldn't even need the police, would we?
How are they doing her voice?
The outrage your people managed to cause, you still let Talisman get away.
Sounds like it might have put a dent in your friendship.
Well, we were just in the same graduating class together. I actually don't even know who she is.
You recorded that whole conversation, right?
What? Yeah, of course.
He knows.
Talisman Saloons packed wall to virtual wall with guests as usual. Yet another busy day for the ghost of Kimihiko Hayama, doling out advice without a care in the world.
The guy knows the CID is onto him, and he's not bothering to hide. He's even making speeches about the raid.
Even if he's doing this just for kicks, he's no fool. He knew he was bound to arouse suspicion eventually. There's no way he could have hacked the Hollow cosplay on the spur of the moment. He was prepared for the chance he was walking into a trap.
We've got no choice but to teach him a lesson if he thinks he can outsmart us. All right, Shion, I want you to trace all of Talisman's access routes. He's bound to slip up and lead us right to him.
I just can't understand this Avatar stuff. What's the point of a virtual world? I mean, what's wrong with the real world? Why can't these people just go out and talk in person?
Look at it this way. Using the net is no different than using a knife for cooking or a pen for writing. It's just another helpful tool for our lives.
Are you familiar with Rousseau?
The philosopher?
That's right. Specifically, his work, A Discourse on Inequality. For instance, suppose there are two hunters in the woods. Now they both want the same thing, so should they hunt separately for rabbits? Or should they work together and go after bigger prey? Which decision strikes you as the better option?
Well, the latter, of course. That's basic game theory. It's always best to work together.
Precisely. Humans are social creatures by nature.
That's kind of intriguing. I'd be happy to offer you some assistance. If sorry was enough, we wouldn't even need the police, would we? Seriously, I don't know what the hell I was thinking cooperating with the police.
There it is.
The hell I was thinking cooperating with the police.
Her choice of words is different. She says PSB at first, and then she says the police.
Couldn't that be a coincidence?
Maybe, but let's run a search through as many of her past logs as we can. Going by this, you could count all the times Spooky Boogie used the word police on one finger. You were speaking with a different person this morning. You were speaking with the murderer. That means he's now controlling two avatars that we know of.
I feel like that's kind of a stretch, but okay. I mean, he's right.
Operated from here. Door breach.
That's cool. Alarm. Oh, explosives.
Oh, shit! You are Mr. Makishima's favorite, but a word to the wise.
That was his eyes that was glowing. I was wondering about that in the last episode.
How the hell are you two not injured?
Jeez, we'll make sure to die next time.
Maybe you should learn to duck a little faster.
This is all my fault. She got involved in this because of me.
Don't talk like that.
But it's true, it's my fault.
Did you use Shoko as a decoy? Was that your purpose in accepting her help?
No,
Did you coerce her to cooperate?
no,
Did you leak any of her information to the suspect?
no.
Then what exactly is your fault?
Well, yeah, but she got murdered.
Yeah, and if we'd managed to catch the suspect last night, then Shoko Sugawara wouldn't have had to die. So we're all responsible for that.
Looks like I've stumbled across another Phantom Forum. Rainy Blue, hosted by Melancholia. It's registered to an 82-year-old man, but only because his grandson begged the cadre to let him use his personal info to create it. But the grandson got into an accident a little over a half a year ago. But of course, his avatar is still kicking around the net just like the kid had never died. The grandfather doesn't even know how to sign into the social networks. On top of that, he just assumed the affiliate income he was receiving was part of his pension.
The most remarkable aspect of this is the suspect's performance. 3 stolen avatars. Nobody suspects anything strange at all. In fact, he's made them more popular than they were in the first place.
Talisman and Spooky Boogie are just as much a creation of their fans' idolization, what their fans wanted them to be. It's not too surprising that a fan could do a better job than the actual user at delivering what the fans expect. Melancholia, Talisman, and Spooky Boogie. He knows each one of these characters inside and out, and he can imitate them perfectly. This kind of behavior is clearly driven by the enthusiasm of a fan. We can narrow things down. We'll start with the Talisman avatar first. Bring up his top 100 fans, all of his most frequent visitors. Draw up a graph of their time spent there per day.
Makes an almost full recovery on this day 2 months ago.
And Hayama was dead by that point. Talisman had already been hijacked.
But there were still some regulars that stopped coming to the commu field even though his popularity was back on the upswing. It's these drop-off rates that are the key. There should be one user who shows the same pattern.
I see. We're pinpointing the suspect's own avatar.
Yeah, exactly. Once the suspect managed to hijack the victim's avatars, he no longer had any reason to visit their commu fields with his own avatar.
How's it look? Any matching activity?
There's only one person with those stats. Masataki Mio.
Yep, there he is.
7 years old, works at a virtual sports management company.
We don't even have a record of a single street scanner picking him up.
He must have plotted out his daily routine around specific routes that avoided street scanners. A pretty good sign that he's got something to hide, huh?
The Minato ward, and his home address is in the same ward.
Inspector Tsunemori, you've got the hotel room. Take Kogami and Masayoka with you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love the music in this.
Drinking on the job?
Heavy-duty booze is the most effective tool there is for handling illegal holograms.
Yep, you'll find it useful once you turn 21.
MWPSB, Masatake Mito, we demand to see your psychopaths at once. Come out with your hands up.
Whoa.
Cracking interior holography as well.
That's cool. He's able to do that out of the apartment too?
Enforcement mode. Lethal eliminator.
Jeez. Dang.
Must be on a pain-inhibiting drug.
We'll let Genos' team box him in.
Unless that other guy gets to him.
Welcome home, Mito. We're glad you're back.
Okay.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
That's weird.
Made it. Released from the chains of your users and substantiated by collective intelligence.
What?
You're the embodiment of Plato's theory of forms. I'll protect you no matter what the cost might be. Thank you, Mito. Thank you, Mito. Thank you very much, Mito.
With the three of you by my side, I'll provide guidance. I'll guide the entire world.
But don't you think you could have tried a little harder, Mito? Maybe done a better job?
I'm curious. Have you read any Shuji Teriyama?
What? Teriyama?
You should check him out. Read his play, Saraba Eiga Yo. All of the characters are agents for somebody else, and all of the agents communicate through avatars. It's layers upon layers upon layers.
You have an impressive knowledge of various avatars and imitate them perfectly. You can become anyone, which made me curious about who you actually are.
Stop! Stop it!
Jeez.
Back! Stop speaking in their voices!
Sorry.
But we're approaching the inevitable end.
Just slip right into their being. But it turns out that you yourself are nobody.
Jeez, that's just weird looking.
Personality is a complete and total blank.
Stop it!
It's time to say goodbye, Masatake Mito.
Jeez.
Enforcement mode. Lethal eliminator. Trigger safety now released. Aim carefully and eliminate the target.
Jeez.
He's the only one here, right?
Well, then who the hell was he screaming at?
Wow.
Gotta say, he did quite well this time.
Mr. Kogami figured it all out. It's incredible how he was able to get inside Mito's head and predict his actions.
That's just how enforcers are. They can do that because they've got the same psychological profile as the criminals.
Mr. Kogami comforted me after Shoko's death. I know he's classified as a latent criminal, but I have trouble believing he has the same mind as a maniac like Mito. I just don't see it.
Draw a hard line between you and the enforcers.
Is that an ironclad rule for this job? Protocol?
No. But it's the rule I live by. I used to have a partner, but I lost him due to a mistake he made. I don't want to see the same thing happen to you. That's from the personnel department. Delete it when you're done with it.
Shinya Kogami, enforcer, male, 28 years old, former inspector.
What?
While investigating the previously unsolved MWPSB Special Case 102, Enforcer Kogami's crime coefficient rapidly increased. Despite repeated warnings, he prioritized the investigation over treatment. His crime coefficient deviated from the regulated value, and he was demoted to Enforcer.
Wow. We got the conclusion of the previous episode with the whole VR avatar takeover murderers. Kind of. We got the main guy that was taking them over. He's gone. Which I feel like death was a bit extreme. But that's what the Dominator said he needed. Who am I to argue with the civil system? Yeah, this was a cool episode. It got really weird at the end there with, like, very trippy. A lot of talking again. Which a lot of the show is. And I feel kind of weird reacting to this just because I'm quiet most of the time. Just, like, trying to pay attention and listen to what they're saying. So, I'm sorry if I'm not saying a whole bunch during the reaction. So, I still understand how exactly he's able to do 3. I mean, I would assume he just does one at a time and, like, switches between them. It seemed like they were saying that he was able to do 3 at the same time or something. But it seems like the one guy that he was originally following is now going to be taking over their avatars. So that's kind of weird. We got the message talking about Kogami being a detective before, or whatever they're called, part of the police department, an investigator. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. You can go and see the full-length reaction of this episode over on my Patreon if you want. And I do a bunch of other things, and I have other reactions going up there soon. I'm going to be doing live stream reactions over on Twitch pretty soon for just a few random shows that I've been wanting to watch and all that. Maybe at some point I'll do an edited version of them. But till then, they will be the VOD of those reactions will be available only for Patreon members. So if you guys want to see those, like my reaction to One Punch Man Season 2, that'll be up. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see all of you next time.